Hey y'all, hey. I know, I know. It's not a ghost. It's not a ghost that you're seeing. It's me. I am back. I'm not even gonna offer too many excuses, but I'm back. Fingers crossed for consistency. Um, y'all forgive me? All right, cool. So let's just jump in like I never left. We are still on Sisters. Trying to get back into Ruthless, but let's just stick with Sisters for now. I am so start over, girl. You done forgot your mojo. All right. Hey y'all, hey, we are back for another review of Sisters on BET. Season 4, episode 4. Yes, season 4. I feel like we were just talking about season 1, but yes, we're on season 4. Last episode, Fatima is still hesitating about wanting to fall in love with Zach, even though she done basically put a hit out on Hayden and got him publicly humiliated, embarrassed, and beat the hell up. Calvin, he's kind of ODing on he's trying to he's ODing on the bravado, I guess trying to give Sabrina what she really wants, which is like a hood dude per se. But it's not working. You and the sheer shirt it's not working. Anyway, so last episode ended with Calvin and Sabrina out to dinner, after they set Maurice up with the other guy to, I guess, distract his attention so they can have some time alone. And somebody that comes into Sabrina's bank comes in and he kind of doesn't realize that Calvin is there with Sabrina, because he assumes, that that's her homegirl instead of her date. Reasonable assumption, because again, the sheer shirt. Anyway, he accuses Sabrina of knowing him, and he's basically setting her up to see if he's going to defend her and have bravado and machismo and all this other whoopty whoopty whoop. He's upset. He thinks it was a setup, and he leaves her there. Calvin, if there were no more strikes, this would have been the last strike. Calvin left Sabrina at the restaurant. Granted, I'm sure they rode together. I'm sure she rode with him. Whatever you may or may not think, if you were not in immediate danger, why did you leave Sabrina? Why did you leave the lady at the restaurant? I know she said she was going to Uber or whatever, but she rode with you. Wouldn't you think it would be your duty to make sure she got back where you picked her up from? Calvin? So, you giving me real hating vibes right now. I don't really like you because of that, but we're going to move on. We're gonna let it go. All right. So moving on. Andy and Karen are coming back from their joyride. They pull back up in the Rolls Royce, and Karen she's about to leave, and she's constantly reminding Andy, like, okay, this was a grand gesture to have these faux cops pull over and sing like an apology gram, which I don't know when we started doing apology grams or singing apologies, but that is what he decided to do. But she reminds her, like, okay, yeah, that was cute and all, but don't fall for it. Mind you, the fake cops knew where you were at because he had tracked you by way of the Rolls Royce apology gift that he had given you. So she's reminding her, but Andy's in her own world. She's singing a little telegram situation, and she is just back on cloud 9, obviously. So Karen's like, okay, girl, whatever you want to do, I'm finna go. Goodbye. Merry Christmas. So all valid points, but it's Andy and Gary that we're talking about, so they're also moot points at this particular stage of the game. So moving right along, Karen calls Aaron, and for whatever reason, Karen is giving me, if I'm suffering, I want everybody to suffer type vibes, and I don't appreciate it. Because a couple episodes ago, she set Danny up to intercept Cowboy getting another girl ready for a date, the veterinarian, and she was just looking out for her. Girl, go to hell. Leave people alone. Just because you have realized that Zach is probably gone for real, it's all right. It's gonna be okay. Just let it go. But you giving very much. If I'm suffering, everybody else around me gonna suffer. And girl, go to hell. So. She calls Aaron, and he's mid basketball game. He's happy to hear from her, so he, small talk, blah blah blah. Karen learns that he's with Gary, and now she's intrigued and wants to show up to this basketball game. Now, I'm not sure if she wants to show up because she wants to tell Gary off because she knows that Andy is falling for his bullcrap, or in the hopes of running into Zach because I'm not sure she already knows that they hang out and they play basketball together. So so Zach's probably going to be there and she want to be seen. One of the two, but child, who knows with Karen. All right, so Latin Lover, the male stripper that Danny is kind of yanking left and right now. I knew he was familiar. He is from, y'all gonna have to help me. I can't think of, but it's Eaton's male strip clubs. So there's another Tyler Perry show out with Eva Marcel, and she is kind of like a madam to all these men that are strippers for her. They were at that club because I've seen the club. So the girls have been at Eaton, and one of the stripper that Danny is trying to hook up with is also from there. Tyler Perry, I see you working. I see what you're doing for other people, and I just want a job. I just want a job. I got a couple ideas I could throw to you, or I could be an extra. Doesn't really matter. Just give your girl a job. That's all I'm asking. That's not too much to ask. I don't know why I said that. I felt like I needed to say that. All right, Uncle Tyler, hook your girl up. Anyway, he's also from that show. There's a lot of crossover type instances with Tyler Perry. We know that. So she ready to get busy. He starts getting undressed, and then she changes her mind, and then unchanges her mind, and changes her mind, unchanges her mind, and they end up knocking each other off. He knows it's about Kyle. He knows that it's about Cowboy. I guess, her way of trying to get over him. But he finally gives in. They knock each other down. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. All right. So Sabrina is left at the restaurant, and the dude comes back to find his watch. He finds his watch, and he, apologizes profusely. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Again, I didn't know that was your friend or whatever. They start chatting, and we learned that the dude that Calvin got into a physical altercation with is not only the owner of the restaurant that they are at, he is the owner of a chain of restaurants. So he gives Sabrina his card, and I'm sure he's going to appear again at some other time. So, the plot steadily thickens as Sabrina continues to get herself in these elementary ass games when it comes to these relationships. All right, so Andy is debating on thanking Gary for her gifts, calling him. She's debating. However, her boss, can't remember his name right now. Her boss / booty calls her from the private jet, and they're about to start, telling each other what they miss about each other, blah, blah, blah. She claims that Gary isn't on her mind, but she's rushing her boss / booty call off the phone so that she can, I don't know if she wants to hurry up and call Gary. It was like some weird energy there, but they were talking and another call comes in, so she starts rushing him off the phone, and he says that he knows she's rushing to go call Gary. So, they exchange more niceties, and she hangs up, and then she decides, oh, I'm not calling Gary after all. Girl, what a tangled web you are continuing to weave. That's just all I got for that. Because Andy makes me tired. She makes my hair hurt. Andy makes my ass itch. And it's stressful. Like it's starting to blur the lines of like Andy / KJ, and it's just too involved for me at this point. But we're gonna go with it. We're gonna follow it. We're gonna see this thing through. All right. So the boys are shooting basketball, and Karen shows up at the court. She's talking to preacher dude Aaron. Gary walks up, and he pays her some dumbass compliments, and she basically kind of shoots him off and dismisses him like, I don't even know why you talking to me, but okay, yeah, sure. Hey, how you doing? Whatever. Get out my face. And, just dismisses him. So that leads me to further believe like I don't know if she running into Zach, or she didn't know Zach was there, because she tells Anna she wants to talk to him about something in privacy, and she doesn't want to tempt him by going to her house. Zach somehow fumbles the ball over that way and ends up on that side of the court where they're at. And so now they're headed to Karen's house. She sees Zach, exchange a couple words, and now she's comfortable with inviting Aaron over to her house. All that I don't want to tempt you went out the window, and so now he's invited back to her house. Gary and Zach are over on the side chopping it up, and Zach and Gary hit it off. Two of the most aggravating male pieces of the show have decided that they're gonna link up. Gary is some type of investment portfolio specialist. I don't goddamn know. Gary's job is something with investing, and Zach wants to know like some investment type questions. He gives Gary a whole lot of his doggone personal information off the initial conversation. Strike one, because why are you telling him you done invested money and you got questions and you made all this money? Like it was too much for an initial interaction for me. But they hitting it off. They didn't exchange numbers, so I'm sure they're gonna have their own little romance going on the side. Zach is watching Fatima sleep. She wakes up, they're chatting, and he claims that he had to stop by he says that he has to stop by some girl's house and get something. That is where he stopped the night before he got there, which is why he took so long, blah, blah, blah. So now she starts getting attitude about where he was at, but she don't really want to tell him that she feels some kind of way about where he was at. So she storms to the bathroom and sees photos. Now, he did go to somebody's house to pick up photos, but it was his homegirl photographer that it's basically a collage of photos of Fatima sleeping, just looking real cute while she was asleep. I mean, cute, but kind of creepy. Because, sir, why do you have all these different sleeping angles of me on different days, different times, different outfits of me sleeping? Get your ass to sleep. Why'd you up looking at my face? But it's cute enough. So, just further solidifying, like, he's in this thing for sure. Which is also cool, but if I was Zach, I would also be not worried but cautious, because we know that Fatima has the capability to get you beat the hell up if not, taken off the map as well. So just be careful. All right, so Karen wakes up the next day, and Erin is trying to find out what she had to tell him, but she's not ready to tell him yet. Which, girl, why did you invite that man over there if you wasn't ready to talk? What was the moral of the story? What was the moral of the story if you were not ready to tell him what you had to say? I don't know. Karen's weird. She's being real crazy. I don't know. Aaron says that he loves her, and he tells her he'll be ready whenever she is ready to talk about whatever it is. I'm assuming she wants to tell him that she is pregnant by Zach, but she ain't ready to do that just yet. Okay, girl. All right. Andy is in the parking garage just gawking at the freaking Rolls Royce, and Karen calls her and tells her to leave it alone. Somehow Karen knew this girl's just sitting here looking at this doggone car. Let me call her and remind her, like, Gary still ain't shit. Sorry, friend. Tells her about the basketball game and sets up a meeting with the girls later on that night. So I'm sure that'll happen next episode. Zach calls Gary. Like I said earlier, the bromance is about to kick off. Tells him about the investment in stock. Told Gary that he guessed what now he was crazy enough to tell Gary some of his business, but not all of his business, because Gary did ask him, how did you know, where that stock, how did you know that stock was gonna hit like that, for you to go ahead and invest in it? And he told Gary that he guessed the stock. It was just a lucky guess. So that Gary hooks him up with his friend named Jake that's going to help him keep an eye on the stock and get back with Zach and let him know, when to sell, ideal times and projections, whatever, all that stock, lingo I don't damn understand. So if you're a Forex person, don't comment on the video, because I don't know nothing about it. I don't care enough. I'm going to just have to make my money the old-fashioned way. Okay? All right. Thanks. All right. So at this point, I feel like he's telling too many people about it. It's getting very creating a case type situation, because you're telling so many people. But I mean, I guess you want to learn. Sure. All right. Danny is waking up the next day, and she's hurrying up. Danny woke up the next day after being with the Latin lover Fuego, Caliente. I don't know his doggone name. I forgot. But she's hurrying, trying to make him hurry to get out of the apartment because she's ready to go on with her day. After he's out, she calls Sabrina, tells Sabrina tells her about the fight at the restaurant between her and Calvin and the other and the CEO owner person. And tells her that and Danny lets her know, like, hey, he's trying to be real macho for you because that's what you seem to like about what he doesn't have. You like macho men, aggressive men, all that other stuff. He's trying to be that, even though that's not who he is in his actual personality. I don't know how long you're gonna be able to keep that up. He's gonna be able to keep that up, but I guess that's his new approach to Sabrina at this stage of the game, since they're not gonna leave each other alone. Somebody knocks on Danny's door, and I don't know who this person is at this point, but he forces himself in the house, and she runs in the kitchen and grabs a knife, and this person is looking like he's there to do some harm. So that's where the episode ends. So, I don't know what's going on with Danny, or if the brothers, sent somebody to her house to do something, because they were making some idle threats. Couple might have been last season, episodes ago, whenever those brothers came to her job. So, y'all better not, Tyler, do not kill Danny off the show. I'm telling you, take Sabrina, shit, take Karen, Gary, take anybody but Danny. Danny's my favorite. So, just words to the wise. I'm sure it's already recorded. It's been recorded, but just, maybe she can get hurt, but don't take my girl Danny up out of here. Anyway, that is it for Sistas episode 4, season 4. Like I said, I'll be back. I ain't promising consistency. I'm gonna just do what I can, It's just your girl. She gonna be here when she be here. So just make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button, hit all or whatever it is you gotta do on YouTube now, and let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Again, I'm back. Thanks for being here. I see I've gathered quite a few subscribers. I ain't been here. I don't know how y'all got here, where y'all came from, but hey y'all, hey, how y'all doing? It's very rough over here. Ain't no production. I'm production. She's me. I'm her. And that's it. Just hear me ramble about these fictitious characters, because I won't be doing like no type of the blogs. I was thinking about doing like videos about like current topics, giving my input and my opinion, but coming fresh off the Cardi B, Tasha K lawsuit situation, I'm gonna just stick with the fictitious characters, because I ain't got $4 million to get nobody. So that's all I got. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all be easy. Peace.